African Development Bank, dated 10th April 2023, Africa has over 60% of its population as youths. 400 million plus are real youths. And according to their study, a third are unemployed and discouraged. The other third are well employed, but on wage level of payment. 1 in 6 are troubled. What could be the problem? What could be the cause of all this? Youth means energy. Youth means power. Youth means the future. Why is it that most of the African countries are underdeveloped? Could it be that the problem is parenting? Could it be schooling? Could it be governments? What can we do to solve the problems? Well, today I have a youth by the name of Agaba, Derrick, who we are going to discuss some of these, tackling what a young man in Africa or young woman goes through in their school and after school to paint a picture of why Africa is at that level. We are glad to have you, Derrick.
Thank you for having me, Brandon. I am so happy to be here. I mean, I watch a lot of content and a lot of podcasts, so I didn't dream I would be on one podcast at a certain time.
Now here you are.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Yes. Thank you for appreciating the invite.
Yes.
So who are you?
Well, as you've said, my name is Derrick Agaba. I am. Do I need to say what I do?
Yes, surely. You do.
I am a software engineer. I work for University of Washington. I am a digital health engineer or developer.
Okay, thank you so much. Digital health engineer. What do those people do? I didn't know they exist in this world.
Well, a digital health engineer is a developer who is basically in writing codes or in writing programs that are more into hospitals, that are more into medical stuff, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you always dreamt of being attached to the hospital or in health?
Well, simply I would it's complicated because in the beginning it started as something I would call practice.
Okay.
I mean, at a point when I needed to have more practice in the field,
yes,
the only option or the only available portal that was there was into the health stuff. So I ended up in love with
okay.
with that particular part.
Okay, thank you so much. I hear you say it was not your calling, your interest, it was the available opportunity.
Well, I don't know if all calls are so direct that you hear this thing in the head,
yes,
telling you that you might go there. The same way Moses was called by God to go and save his people. Yes. I don't know if all calls are
of that nature.
But I believe it was a call of its own in an indirect way because, I mean, like I said, it was the only option by then, and then I ended up falling in love with it because what else if not it?
Yes, yes.
Our motto in this particular part of software development is write code to save lives. So
you are saving life by writing code.
Exactly.
Okay. I think something falls in line now. I read of so good that they can't ignore you. Carl Newport says, it's not always passion. Sometimes it's the available need at the time that you jump into the vehicle. And so thank you so much. So what was the coolest thing you could have enjoyed or gotten from school?
The coolest thing I've ever gotten from school, I think, no, I don't just think. It is right.
You know.
I know that it is right. The biggest discovery I've gotten from school, because it is after a long time that I realized this is not something anyone can get anywhere.
Yes.
It is being able to know who I am and what I want to be. That self-confidence. I am telling you, not everyone who does not go to school gets to know who they are and what they want to be. I mean, a few people.
Yes.
So for a very long time, I know that I have learned to be self-confident from school. And it's the coolest thing I think I've ever wanted from school.
Thank you for that confession.
With all other matters remaining constant.
So how do you come to say that you achieved that? How did you get there? Was it just a smooth path to reach that? What are the challenges you went through to realize that now I am self-confident or something like that?
For starters, we all know, I think we all know the definition, the meaning of confidence.
Yes.
Being able to express yourself in a way you're supposed to express yourself to a given people.
Feel free about it.
Exactly. Yes. So, I'm sure you yourself.
Yes.
I don't want to interview you, but
it's okay. It is
have
fine.
you ever been there and you feel you do something, or you want to say something to a certain group of people or to someone,
but you don't know how.
Then no, you say whatever you wanted to say, but afterwards you feel you didn't say it the way you wanted to say it. Has that happened to you?
I am the greatest survivor.
For a very long time, I had this kind of feeling in two ways.
Yes.
If I want to say something to people, if I want to express myself about something to other people, I'll do it.
Yes.
Because in all ways, I have to do it.
Yes.
But then, in the end, I realized I've not done it the way I would wanted to. Yes, the same way I would want to do it.
Yes.
Then, number two.
Yes.
At some point, I would fail even to do it, to express myself.
Yes.
But after going through a lot of this for a long time, I sit down and then I'm like, I think if I don't stand for myself, there's no way. There's no one who's going to stand in for me. There's no one who is going to teach me how to do this. At some point, I remember some point in 2021.
Yes.
There's a friend of ours, a friend of mine. He's right now he's in US. We had a very big project coming in school, and we were with our head of the club that we were involved in the school.
Yes.
And this friend of ours brings up a project, and it passes through, and they need proposals. But all that. The proposals pass through, and then there's this time when we have to go and defend the proposals.
Yes, as a group.
Yes. So everyone has a part to do. So one is writing code, one has written the proposals, one has done that.
Yes.
Then there is me.
You have to also present.
At that point, I had less code and then too much words. You understand? Less code, too much words.
Yes.
Then all my friends are like, okay, everyone is having what they are doing. So we want you, when we reach there, we want you to be able to defend a part in our proposal.
Yes.
I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Yes.
Because I have been going through this whole thing.
Yes.
So I am in fear that I might reach there and I don't do this the way I should do it. I might reach there and then black out. So my head of that head of department, I mean the club where we were, he told me, I remember his words up to now, he told me, not being able to express yourself the way you're supposed to express yourself doesn't mean you can't express yourself. So you either learn now or learn how to learn now. I mean,
you either learn now or learn how to learn.
It is weird. I felt in a way that
was it a condition for graduation or something?
No, it was not a condition for graduation, but then it was a condition for money. We were broke, and this project had money, and then
no presentation, no money.
There are two things involved in school: getting money or being famous for something. So
yes. So you are risking if you don't do.
So what to get money and be famous in the whole school of IT.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
We were having a good project. So I when I went back home that day, they told me, go back, read through the whole scope, learn and see how you figure it out, how you will present in front of people. And the following day was supposed to present that. So I went home. I don't think I slept the whole night. I was trying to, every time I slept, I kept on remembering, tomorrow a lot of people are going to be there. What UCC?
Yes.
A lot of people.
Uganda Christian?
No, Uganda Communications Commission.
Oh, yes.
And I tried to figure out, I didn't know how many people were going to be there, but all I could see were people seated, a lot of people seated there. Putting on suits, big men, listening to what I'm saying, and then I can't afford to disappoint everyone with not presenting what I have to present. So at around, I'm telling you this, I think I need to tell you this.
Please.
I feel I have to tell you this. So at around 11 in the night, I said to myself, no, I'll do what I think, I'll say what I think I feel about this.
Yes.
I slept. Then the day for presentation
arrived.
I trusted my instincts. I said
You are not presenting only to your schoolmates, but to
the whole
a commission of a nation.
Yes.
There you go.
And and the whole thing was live on TV. So I said, if I disappoint myself, I will have disappointed everyone. I said, let me not complicate things by reading through the scope. Let me present what I know and what I feel is needed for this whole project. And that's what I did, and it turned out to be well.
Oh, congratulations.
So, since then, I learned that, I mean, if I had not gone through school, gone through the club, he's now my mentor, who was the head of the club by then, how will I have known all that? So that's how I got to know that
you have grown self-confident.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for the passage. Do you think self-confidence is a factor in development, let's say, of a country?
In development of a country, self-confidence, I think it matters a lot. Let's first take it down to a person before us going. I mean,
just
a
individual
person,
level.
An individual cannot be compared to a nation. There are two different aspects.
Yes.
But what we are talking about here is common to both. Self-confidence.
Yes.
I don't know in what perspective you meant of a nation.
Okay, this is what I think. If you're not self-confident, you might not show up for the interview.
Mm.
If you're not self-confident, you might not show up for a leadership position.
Exactly.
If you're not self-confident, you basically will come short in every opportunity.
This is also important. If you're not self-confident, you might not get a girlfriend.
Ah, now that is on top. That is on top. I think I was dodging.
Yeah, so it's a big matter. Everyone needs self-confidence, even the nation in general.
Yes.
There are a lot. Self-confidence is having that inner belief in you that no one else can convince you about to have.
That you don't have.
Yes. It is having that thing in you that says, I can. Even when all aspects in you are showing that you can't. Does a nation need that? A nation needs that. A nation needs to be confident of it. I mean,
individuals of that kind.
Look at a lot of things happening in the country, in our country. So, a nation needs self-confidence.
Okay, thank you so much. Who did you say could be your? Who do you attribute your self-confidence to?
Come again with the question.
Who do you say that this one, in my journey of self-confidence, like growth towards realizing my self-confidence, this is fully or partially responsible?
It might not be one person.
Okay, that's fine.
But then there might be people I am not comfortable mentioning on camera
It is fine.
Because some of it was realized from different aspects of my life, like relationships,
Yes.
And so there are a few people that I guess don't want to be mentioned or have moved into different lives. But there are a few people. There are a few people in my life that made me be who I am. If it is in terms of career.
Yes.
Did you want me to mention that?
It's fine. If you think they are comfortable. Because you started on that line.
Yes. In school, I have a mentor.
Okay.
I have a mentor called Daniel Kayua. He's a developer in an organization called OpenMRS. We don't normally talk a lot, but he says what he has to say.
Yes.
At the time when you need to hear it.
Oh. Okay.
And then, in most cases, he tells you what you don't want to hear, but what is right.
Straightforward.
Yes. I also have another good mentor in school called Mugera Joseph. He's the person we've been talking about earlier. So he's a good mentor of mine. He has mentored me for a very long time. And some other people really that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you tell us of the schools you went to?
The schools? Okay. I went to my primary. I went to Uganda Matters Primary School. I attended school partly here in Uganda and partly somewhere else outside Africa there. So, but in Uganda, I went to Uganda Matters Primary School. In secondary, I went to Uganda Matters High School, Waga. I went to St. Lawrence, London College. I went to, I still moved out of the country. Then when I came back, I went to Bombo Army Secondary School. That's where I finished my school.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the coolest activity you really participated in schools? such that even if you say I didn't attend the class, this I enjoyed.
Man, your questions will land me into trouble. because they say, I'll tell you. Since we are there. Well, this is deep talk, so I'll tell you. the the biggest activity, the coolest activity was more of wrong than good.
But it was cool to you.
It was cool maybe because of age, but later it turned out to be.
Now it's worth talking about if you have already stepped out and are glad you stepped out.
Let me tell you, the coolest thing I've done in school, I've gotten in school, that was illegal, was to dodge classes.
And at that age, you really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed, especially the classes that I hated. I don't want to say the classes I hated because I don't want to create biasness. But then, honestly, being serious on a serious note, leave alone dodging classes.
Yes.
The coolest thing in school, well, for me there wasn't a lot because I was this guy who was always into being the best. So the kind of school was kind of boring because I kept in books. So
Okay.
I could term that as boring. I mean, it's just now that I realized I could have done a lot of